Hi, what's going on, everybody? I bet you didn't expect an entrance like that. It's Saturday, and I'm out of breath. I don't know why. You know what? It's because it's crazy that I'm talking to all you people out there in the world. And I'm here in my house talking dividend investing, putting a cheap watch list stock on your watch list for you to watch. And also, I use the Meerkat. Crazy, right? Trying something new, something different, something chic and unique. But in all honesty, I was thinking about it and meerkats. Did you know that meerkats, they live in mobs? And just like those meerkats stand up and look out for things on the horizon for danger, we're going to do that for dividends that may be undervalued. Companies, ETFs, closed end funds. Just listen to Dividend Talk. Had a really, really cool guest on, Jeremy, who we've had on the channel from Dividend Stockpile. And he talked about closed end funds. One of them has utilities in it. So I may be looking into that, consolidating my Duke Energy into this closed end fund. So we're going to look at it. Thank you guys. By the way, yeah, it's Saturday. My daughter had volleyball this morning. Tomorrow is Mother's Day and volleyball. So I'll be busy pretty much all day. So it was either tomorrow night or today. So for those of you watching in the replay, doesn't even matter. You're going to probably skip ahead to the dividend stock we're talking about anyway. But to finish that thought, just like meerkats live in mobs, we can be a mob of dividend investors and look out for each other and try to find some of those diamonds in the rough, hint, hint, and share them with you, put them on our radar. So this one, now that I see we got a few of you in here, let's get right to it and read the top. John, okay, interesting, John. Hey, Ryan's in. Dude, I didn't know you were on here. I would have brought you on, man. Read the top dividend growth stocks with the best metrics. Well, we could do that. And hey, Kevin, Portfolio, thank you for stopping by. Okay, so here it is. Without further ado, as I slowly stumble and bumble my way into sharing the screen for you guys, it is none other than Diamond Hill Investment Group, ticker DHIL. I'm going to kind of blow through this quick, try and get through this in like 5 or 6 minutes. So sit back, relax, and watch us go through this. So Diamond Hill, they manage people's money. They manage high net worth individual monies. They have their own Diamond Hill mutual funds. So they do a lot of investing into various different bonds, stocks, anything that can produce a good return. And I'll get to the CEO, Heather Brilliance. One thing she shared in the last newsletter, which, by the way, is linked in the description below. Really interesting company. And you can see they have a 3.8% dividend yield, small market cap company of $483 million. They do pay special dividends. We'll get to that in a second. But you can see they've been growing that dividend pretty quickly. And they just started paying a regular dividend in March of 2021, but they have always pretty much paid these special dividends in the fourth quarter of every year, almost like a variable dividend, depending on how well they did in the year. And last year was a $4 special dividend. So real quick, couple metrics. Free cash flow payout ratio is only 47%. That's pretty low. Yes, their sales have been dropping just a little bit. Their total sales, there you go. That's what I meant to show, negative, going towards the wrong direction, but actually getting back toward their reverting to the mean. 3 million shares outstanding. So they have bought back a decent amount of shares, not a lot outstanding. Again, but what I really like, 30% return on invested capital. That's really high. Just a well-run company. Really like their CEO. And also what's better is they have no net debt. So that is that. And going back to those dividends, check that out. For those of you that may not see so well anymore, if I can do this. Come on. Anyways, why we don't zoom in and enough of that. You can see right down here. All right, you're just going to have to deal with it if you can't see. I'm sorry. Pause the video and zoom in. We'll get through this quick. They have paid $133 in special dividends going back to 2008. See, some years it was 10 and 13. It's been kind of lumpy, and then there you go. In 2021, they just started paying $4 a year, $1 a quarter, raised that to $1.50 in 2022. Uh, Really interesting. Again, this is Heather Brilliant, the CEO, her shareholder letter linked below from 2023, from March 23rd, 2023, I believe. And kind of cool, like what she shared here. I want to share this with you, that it's kind of how I think we should approach investing. That So they have an active fundamental approach, as you can read the words that I'm reading to you. But this right here I love: investing with an ownership mentality requires deep due diligence to build the conviction needed to invest over the long term. So they don't just invest nilly-willy. In the letter, she shares that they want to think like owners, think like shareholders. They're also focusing on the long term, she says, like 5 years at a time in 5-year chunks. And again, I love it. Focusing on the long term can allow them to look beyond near term noise and allow the clients to realize the benefits of their deep, disciplined research process. So, very cool. And then they also believe, like we should, the best way to compound returns is to take an ownership stake in an investment at a discount to its underlying value and have the discipline to wait for that value to be realized. That is really what a lot of the great investors say that you should be doing. Joel Greenblatt, right? He's the one that said, figure out what something's worth and then pay less than that for it. And then their management protects their ability to generate competitive long-term investment results. So pretty cool. Here you can see that I was telling you, this is what they have. They have Diamond Hill funds. They have mutual funds of their own. They have separately managed accounts. They have investment trusts, and just other pooled vehicles, which off the top of my head, I don't know what that is. But again, I haven't really dug into them super deep, just kind of doing a cursory look through into them. And for price wise, they really took a hit. This is a weekly chart. They were pretty much in a channel between the 190 and the low 150s, ping-ponging there. And then obviously in February, with the whole financial thing, they've been dragged down by that. So I think, we'll see if they go below that, but the low 150s looks, going back to May of 2022. That's kind of the low range of the of their stock price. And then as far as an intrinsic value, Alpha Spread gives them about $199. Remember, they're currently at $157, so about 21% undervalued. And then on the worst case, $165, so they're still undervalued on the worst case. And one last thing that I think is cool about Alpha Spread, we see that they have $63 million of cash and short-term investments, and their current liabilities, $41 million. So they could pay off those current liabilities with cash if they wanted to. And even the non-current liabilities are $44 million. So definitely a well-run company. It looks really interesting. I'd love to know what you think. Have you ever heard of Diamond Hill? Again, $133 returned in dividends since 2008. And they did have one by Richard Scott Cooley. He's a director. He bought at $158. So looking at that low range, kind of about where it's at now. And that is, I guess, more than a nutshell. That is Diamond Hill. And now I can get to chat with you guys and hang out. And I'd love to see what you guys want to say. So, yeah, I don't know. Ryan, he's going to be talking to Kevin Burgess tonight. I just did catch that. I was wondering where he was last night. That's awesome. And I love it. So yeah, put them on your watch list. What do you think of Diamond Hill from that really, really quick? Would that ever be something that would interest you, investing in good old Diamond Hill? And as always, tell us what you're buying. I want you to steer the direction of the remainder of this right here live stream. And that was for the people that are watching in replay. And if you're still watching from replay, hey, how's it going? What did you guys buy? What have you sold? I actually sold Franchise Group this week because they've been acquired. They announced that they were going to be acquired at $30 a share. A little bit of interesting things going on with that. So I just decided to get out at $28.96. Looks like there's people filing lawsuits already, going to be looking into some litigation. And I honestly think it was this week or last week I sold MetLife, ticker MET. Boy, these weeks all run together. Oh, yeah, good one. Good one, Kevin. You're right. 3M did dip below $100 a share this week. Have you bought any 3M? Let us know. Diamond Hills Products. So they are an asset manager. They have their own mutual funds that they run. They manage ultra high net worth individuals. They will manage their wealth. So they invest. And they also want to invest alongside of shareholders from what I've read, but I didn't determine what the amount of that exactly was. Yay, what's up, Rui? Let's see. Oh, look at this. Shamir's dipping into that TSN dip. How's that? Did you get any chips with that dip? That was dumb. That's too hot to drink. Yeah, TSN really, their margins are definitely compressed. And I don't know. I do own them, I think, right? They're inside of SCHD, I believe, but I don't own them outright. Kevin has bought, oh, he did buy 3M AT&T. Boy, you're a glutton for punishment lately, Kevin. And CMI, which is Cummins, correct? Yeah, Joe, I did see the news on FRG, and I just exited the position. I think they're selling really cheaply, and it's a consortium that's led by Brian Kahn, the CEO. So I think there's a little bit of shenaniganery, which is not a word that I just made up there. You're welcome. And I decided to sell and get out. I don't know if it's going to be blocked. There's a 30-day go shop period where it means they can see if they can get a better offer, but I think they sold a little bit too low. So I just decided to exit, and I did start a position because I've been watching them for a little while after Casey did mention Harrow Health. Really, really like their CEO, Mark Baum. He's 47, a little bit older than I am. And the dude just says all the right things. They have a ophthalmic, so pharmaceutical, which is IHEEZO. And this is what could be the really big moneymaker for them. It's a drug. It's a topical drug. When people are going to have procedures done on their eyes, it numbs your eyes. So like cataract surgeries, things like that. And they're really looking to be the main product, the go-to product, and build a moat around that. So if I said that right, I think that's interesting. Let's see. Suzuki. Oh, I missed you, Luis. Oh yeah, by the way, Ryan, like I said, Kevin Burgess is going to be with Ryan later. So just cool stuff. I'm happy to start seeing Kevin get some traction on his channel, because the guy really does know what he's talking about. And yeah, we just talked about that. NWN, don't remember NWN. You know what? And that's cool to change your strategy. I see you're going into Jeffries, right? Jeffries and T. Rowe Price. So a couple financials there. Let's see. Suzuki, man, would love to buy more. Is that Watsco? I think, or Wesco. Watsco, right? Watsco. Yeah, SCHD definitely been down under $70. I may be adding a little to them. Oh, by the way, shout out again to the dad mug. I see that and I was like, who's dad? He ain't here. And it's like, oh, that's me. All right. Oh, dude, Chris, you're stacking cash. Really? Why are you stacking cash? What do you think is going to happen? Or what's your strategy with stacking cash? We'd love to know. Two shares of SCHD and DCing into Walmart. Always a good idea. Let's see. Yeah, TSN. Good one. Let's take a peek at TSN really quickly here. Let me load it up. Fire it up. Let's fire it up here. I want to see what's going on. I've never dug deep into TSN, but a lot of you guys seem to be talking about it. I don't know. They could dip further. I guess I'm going to have to present the screen here. Come on, guy. We're waiting. Do it like that. Yeah, so TSN, So that dividend yield is just obscenely high above the 5-year average. Again, tells us nothing about the future. This is all a backward-looking metric. They say the dividend safety score is 99. Let's see here. So 13% 20-year CAGR has been fast. They gave a 4% raise last. Let's see, going ex-dividend in 18 days. So there you go. They should be given a dividend increase here. Did they announce one? Let's see, March of 23. Oh, they already laid it out for June and September. That's interesting. Okay. Look at that PE, still way up there. The dividend yield is 73% above their 5-year average. Yeah, 48 bucks. They have fallen. That's interesting. Free cash flow payout ratio, 66% next, but 345 the last 12 months. Scary, and let's hope it, Jeff, if it doesn't drop down from that, there will be a dividend cut. That is guaranteed, or they're going to have to dilute shareholders or borrow cash in order to fund that dividend. And we see there, because the last 12 months, their free cash flow dropped to 27 cents a share, but apparently this is analysts expect it to go to $2.92. Obviously, always take these next 12s with a grain of salt, because this is just projecting into the future. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. There's always uncertainty. So that is to be taken with a grain of salt. And 359 million shares. So they've been buying back a little bit. Yeah, Light's 7% return on invested. Let me see their debt. Okay, only 30% debt. So their debt isn't terrible yet. It's not that great interest coverage ratio. So that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know how much further they're going to fall, but let me see if I can do this for you. Let me look at the weekly chart. What do you guys think of PepsiCo? Let's look at PepsiCo real quick before I get out of this. Use my charting skills here. So, sorry about all those ads. Yeah, all right, looking down at, this is the commodity channel index indicator. We're not going to get into it. The CCI, they're definitely going to get a bounce, but we don't know how high the bounce is going to be. And there's a gap there. So they may eventually fill that gap into the future. And Pep has been on fire. You guys know I have that covered call out there for 200. And this is no thank you. Here we go. I'm getting cute. Come on. Stop it. There we go. Yeah, PepsiCo. Look at this nonsense. Each one of these candlesticks is a week's price action. They should be coming down in price. If you see what I'm looking at, it's just silly that they have just, every one of these white candles is just, they started the week down here. There you go. They started the week down here and closed up here. So every single week except for one has just been up. I mean, this is nutty, but it just goes to show the market can be irrational for quite some time. Yeah. All right. So we talked about TSN. I'm not buying, but you guys think it's very undervalued. I think it'll be around for many years. I know some people say that they don't eat as much meat, but I don't eat red meat. Maybe a few times a year I'll eat it, and I eat mostly chicken. Oh, so it's funny. The people I work with, they think I'm a vegan because I don't eat red meat, and I try to reduce my refined sugar intake. So because of that, everyone assumes that I'm a vegan. I'm like, no, I don't eat red meat, and I limit the amount of sugar I take in. And they're like, you're a vegan. I'm like, you don't know what a vegan is. Gotcha. Loud and clear. All right. Hey, there he is. What's up, buddy? I would invite you on, but I'm being lazy right now. I'm glad. Hey, there's some parallel there, right? Between Kevin Burgess raising chickens, and we're talking about Tyson Foods. Kevin, you don't own Tyson, do you? I don't remember. I'm getting caught up here. I'm not going to be like Ryan Williams. I'm not going to be like Ryan Williams. All right, you guys, his chickens are doing well. By the way, if you missed it, we talked about him being a chicken farmer. I said, you need to do a video called Am I Smarter Than a Chicken, or Am I a Better Investor Than a Chicken? I wanted him to put like a piece of corn on like, 3x5 cards on maybe like 3 of them or 4 of them, write a ticker symbol, and then let the chicken pick it and see if, and then he picks one and we'll, see if Kevin's better. Good. Thank you, Kevin, for subscribing to Kevin. I'm going to get confused with all these Kevins here. Watsko, I was right on that. Yeah, a lot of you guys been buying SCHD dip. Why do you think SCHD has been dipping? I think, right, they still have some financials, which are still beaten down. Where else we at? Oh, dude, that is so very kind, Jason, right? I believe. Thank you for that super stacker. All I can say is thank you, man. I'm always flattered by that. You really don't have to do that. Like I said, you should buy yourself some more precious metals. I actually am, and I know this is going to drive you crazy, but we may be selling that last ounce of gold that we have, just because gold's over $2,000 an ounce. It's just, I keep coming back to gold. Like you said, we've talked about, you can hold it, you can fondle it. It will hold value, but it doesn't fart out little pieces of gold dust. So you can't like scoop that up and melt it down into more little gold nuggets, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I listened to Peter Schiff back in the day, and I was big on gold, and we sold retirement funds. We paid the penalty on that, the early withdrawal to buy gold. Gold went down. Stock market kept going up. It was a mistake. Learned a lesson. Yeah, John, chicken and beef needs to be eaten more. Costs go down. Yeah, I guess you're right. So that's going to be the world. Beyond Meat but they have their own version of, right? Or am I thinking, who's Morningstar? Does Tyson own Morningstar Farms, I think? Or Green Valley? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so they announced 48 cents. That was Tyson. Walmart reports Thursday. Bingo. Walmart. When's the last time you've shopped at a Walmart? What is your favorite thing to do at Walmart and buy? Let us know. I don't really care. Maybe that's not interesting. Let's see. Ask me a crazy, whatever you want. What do you guys want to know? Do you want me to look something up? Do you want an intrinsic value on something? A Whopper meal. Dude, I haven't been to Burger King in forever. And that is QSR. That is Retail Brands. No. Restaurant Brands International. Yeah. Shout out if you eat at Burger King. I used to eat fast food quite a bit. Not so much anymore. I don't like the way it makes me feel. Yeah, you guys know I got that covered call out there on PepsiCo. I tried to get cute for $49 before their earnings and thought even if they crush earnings, they're probably going to go up to around 188, 189. And I was completely wrong on that. Just insanely wrong. But what do I think of the inflation and interest rate futures, the main thing affecting stocks? Well, it's going to do what it's going to do. I don't know what's going to happen because nobody knows. I could give you my opinion, but it could be wrong. But I do know that a good business will still be a good business in 5 years and in 10 years. And this is like kind of the mindset of a lot of the long-term investors, like Heather Brilliant, the CEO of the Brilliant, I guess, CEO of Diamond Hill, is when she said that when you think long-term and try to buy quality, then it helps to avoid a lot of the short-term noise. And the inflation and interest rates are short-term noise. And I know that good businesses are still going to be good businesses in 5 and in 10 years. And it's like why Warren said, with Tesla, they may be great now, but he can't predict where they're going to be at in 10 years and what that's all going to look like, right? Hey, I'm not all by myself. Luis, all right, man. Hey, don't get me wrong. I do like red meat, but a lot of fish. Yeah, I'm mostly chicken. A lot of chicken. We'll see, Shamir. Don't get me going. I should start selling bibs, right? Oh, that's funny. The store. If you look on I don't know if you can see it now. I got the store where I made some shirts because I was like, why not? No, I'm not asking you guys to buy anything, but I've seen like Darth had some stuff. Oh, By the way, Darth, we were talking about he bought his 400th share of Key Corp or Key Bank. I found a cool chart. Actually, watch this. So it was around the banks. I told him I'm curious to know because of the uninsured deposits. So yeah, good. I love it, Kevin. Real quick here. Let me just with the banks, if you're looking at regional banks, your deposit base is one thing that you need to be aware of. And this probably should have linked. This is from visualcapitalist.com, which has really, really sleek charts. They had this from April of 2023. Sorry if this is making you dizzy. I hope you're not. The room isn't spinning. So these are the top U.S. banks by uninsured deposits. And as you see here, it says those are the funds beyond the 250K insurable limit. So meaning that you are insured by the FDIC up to $250,000. So if the bank fails and goes under, you will be safe to 250K, but 250K and 1 penny and above will not be insured, and you could lose that. And these are the top US banks with those uninsured deposits. Look at two of the top ones. Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank were both at 90%. Interesting that they failed. So this is just something to be aware of. And as I was looking at Dart Dividend, the acquired, okay, so the orangey is acquired. And look at that, KeyBank, 50%. So doesn't mean this is necessarily what's going to happen, but just something interesting. M&T Bank, I think Buffett was in them still, or no, US Bank, right? 51%. What do you guys think of that? Kevin, what do you know about banks? That it's why I've been investing in TD. They are a bigger bank. That's one of my thoughts to you as I'm talking and reading. You do this. You talk and read the comments and do a whole bunch of spinning in the chair. Yeah, just don't eat your chickens, Cat. Well, I guess you could. If you guys were starving, you could. See, I love it. We never know where this is going to go. Please, what direction do you want to take this? Make sure you share it. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about within the limits of decency, I suppose. Hey, shout out to Simon Property Group. When we're done with this live stream, the fam, because we're going to Ireland, we're leaving 2 weeks from Monday. We are going to Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. If you're up there, maybe I'll see you if you're up in that area. We're going to be at the Pleasant Prairie Outlet Mall because they have clearance centers, and one of them is Converse, the Converse Clearance Center. Really good deals on shoes. Papa needs some, Daddy needs some new shoes, some walking shoes, right? With the craps, which I've never played. But anyway, Pleasant Prairie Outlet Malls is owned by Simon Property Group, ticker SPG, which I do hold 10 shares of. I don't remember 2000. Let's see. Oh no. I bought it in 90. I bought it in. Let's see. I bought the gold. So we're talking about the gold. I did this in, I want to say like 2015-ish, 2014, 2015 or so. And dude, I want to say we bought it for like 1,700. And at one point, the some gum was down to 1,300 and the market's going up and I'm watching gold go down. So we're finally positive. And yeah, look at this. Hey, I never did it. Oh man, I was going to say, have you guys tried the remember PepsiCo? They had the Peeps, the Pepsi flavored Peeps, right? I don't know. I'm not a big soda guy, but I was going to try one and give my reaction. I did have a Ghost Sour Apple today. A couple times a month, I do have a Ghost. I like those, the energy drinks. Yes, people watch at Walmart. Dude, the Walmartians. You got to love them. We always told the kids when you were little, you got to wear shoes because if you don't, you'll turn into a black-footed Walmartian. Because one time we saw some people walking around Walmart with no shoes, and I was like, they are no way, dude. You typed you wrote this before I read that. I really did. I could go grab the can of Ghost, but what is your what is your faced Ghost? We could do that, or your favorite Ghost drink. Nice, Shamir. Not too healthy. I wouldn't eat it all the time, but for a special treat. All right, let's see. I'm going to get caught up to you guys. I apologize if... Is this for me, the yield max trend? Honestly, Mike Yorka, I don't know what the yield max trend is, and I'm intrigued and thinking I probably should know what it is, right? The Canadian banks. Shamir, shout out to you for buying all your Canadian banks. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So On bought PayPal this week, right? It's because of their guidance. I think from what I remember reading, that even though they had good earnings, that their guidance wasn't what the market wanted it to be. So they dumped it. Yeah, stagflation is possible. You know what? I just go back to the wisdom of the great investors and them saying that specifically because I'm a lunatic and I've listened to every minute of all the Berkshire annual meetings going back to 94. Warren says that him and Charlie, the macro has never influenced the Fed decisions, the interest rates, the macro environment has never affected them buying or selling a stock ever. So when I look at that, it really does help me to not focus on that because again, you could say like, dude, stagflation's coming, rates are going to do this or that and wait to buy something. And then that thing doesn't happen and you missed out. So if a good company is at a good price, why fart around and wait for a better price? I mean, you can, but just that's kind of like what I did with Harrow Health. Even though they don't pay a dividend, I do want a small allocation of my portfolio to non-dividend growth stocks. Do you count your house and car in your net worth statement? I do. Absolutely. They are assets that we own because if we needed to sell the car tomorrow, it's worth something. So it's more of an estimation, but absolutely we do include those. Yeah. I don't know what that Fast Eddie is. Let's see. Oh, he had it. Oh, no kidding, Chris. How was it? Was it disgusting? Good. I'm behind you guys. I'm getting caught up. I'm getting there. Making my way back to you, babe. Vehicles don't move the needle anymore. Uh-oh, gun and coin collections. I don't know, Kev. That is probably, it's funny you say that because if the world went to like Walking Dead end times, man, if you had gold, people might be like, what am I going to do with this? Like, it looks nice, but I think, right? So what would be better? Guns, ammunition, food, MREs, pharmaceuticals, things like that, pain reliever, like those might be worth more than gold. Yeah. Oh, the blue Sour Patch Kid. Yeah, that stuff is good, man. It can be addictive, but like I said, because there's got a bunch of chemicals in it. So I just do one probably every 2 weeks, usually on a Saturday. It's like one of my weekend treats. What was I looking at a few minutes ago? Burn Survivor. I think we were looking at Simply Safe Dividends was the website, which is a pretty penny. And I think we were looking at Tyson Foods, right? TSN, I believe. Hey, there we go. I gotta stop saying Journeyman buying Kenview. Yeah, what do you guys think of that? Shout out Kevin. Dude, you did a beautiful job. Unlike that muckety muck that I put out because I was in such a hurry and I gave some inaccurate information about J&J, but in the spinoff, the IPO spinoff, which has been confusing to me. It's been a learning experience, a lot of moving parts to it, but in the fall. So right now they IPO'd, sold it to the market. J&J got a portion of that, like what, 3.6 billion ish, something like that. they got a portion of that, but there's a lockup period. And the way I look at that is when an IPO happens, like when Neo came out, the insiders can't sell because otherwise they might be in at, I don't know, 50 cents a share and it could IPO for 20 bucks a share. So because a lot of insiders want to get that money, like realize a big gain, they would just flood the market, drop and tank the price. So there's a lockup. It's a 6-month lockup period for IPOs, meaning the insiders cannot sell. So the market can stabilize, kind of chew over, digest the company, get a couple earnings cycles out of the way, see what's what, and then the insiders can decide if they want to sell or not. And I think the same thing has happened with J&J, that we are the insiders right now. So I don't think that's why we're not going to get the shares distributed to us until 180 days from now. So right before Halloween, my favorite holiday, is when we should get those shares. And then I believe when we do, J&J share price will drop by that amount. Let's see if Microsoft buys ATVI. What is it to Activision shareholders? If it goes through, you'll just get cash. It's an all cash deal, and I think it was $95 a share or 85. I think it was 95. That was the Peeps, dude. The Pepsi Peep, not bad, but not horrible. Okay, maybe we'll do a live review. I should do that. That would be fun. I gotta think how to work that in. Just do a live reaction, something to try on. I got to do that to Ryan's channel. He's gone. He just popped in for a minute and then he was gone. By the way, thank you, most of you, for not being too, I don't know what the word is on my 3-hour-long video, but interesting. I got a ton of ideas that I'm going to put out. I think I might do like a top 5 ETFs you've never heard of but should type of thing. Some weird ones out there. Some I was pretty interesting. Yeah, and we talked about Tyson. Some of them are buying. Good one. So in the zombie apocalypse, there you go. There should be a zombie Oh, I just gave away an idea. Let me write that down. I am going to do, well, it wouldn't matter then, but div stocks for a zombie apocalypse. And I could put zombies on the thumbnail. That'll grab attention, right? Maybe not. I don't know. That's me thinking out. This is where the ideas come from. So there we go. Dividend stocks to hold for the zombie apocalypse. That would be silly because once the zombie apocalypse happens, nobody's trading dividend stocks. It's the end of the world. So it's the end of the stock market. But it could be a fun thing to do. Let's see. GD, General Dynamics, BMO Harrison, ADM, Vortex Roman. Interesting. ADM, sold them. I did. BMO, I sold them. I still hold GD, and I'm looking at selling them too, just for reasons that I had better ideas to put in. I did buy more Nexstar Media. I'm almost at 50 shares of Nexstar. I think they continue to drop because of the writer's strike. I think people are just lumping them in. Yes, I agree. Kevin did a great Kenview video. It's too much. Kevin telling Kevin that he did a great Kenview video. It's just very confusing for my mind. Be greedy when others are fearful. I'm also looking at, again, UIG, I think it was, what Jeremy talked about on the Dividend Talk podcast. It has a lot of, let's see if I can find it. I think it was UIG. Or UTG? UTG, I think. I might need Seeking Alpha for this one. And I'll show you guys an interesting thing here. All right, I'll bring you with. Oh, no, I hope you did. Dude, tell me you didn't listen to more than 5 minutes of that thing, because I didn't expect anyone to listen to it. It was more of just an oddity and a really oddball thing that I hope wouldn't lead to too many subscriber losses. And yeah, you know what? It was something I saw Mr. Beast do back in the day before he got real big. That's how he grabbed attention. He would say Logan Paul 100,000 times. I think he counted to 1 million or something. Just crazy stuff. But all right, let's see. What were we doing? Oh, UTG. I wanted to show you guys something here that I'm thinking about, and I would love your thoughts. Where I do hold Duke Energy, this is higher yield. Um, Let me do this. So I'm really curious. Jeremy really got me thinking about UTG. It is a closed-end fund, the Reeves Utility Income Trust. Now, this is one thing, and I should have Jeremy on to talk more in depth about this, because what's throwing me off is the 1.42% expense ratio right here. And we can highlight that. So the 1.42% expense ratio, it's a monthly dividend, which I do like. And what they have holding to, so here we go. One author says to sell, and you have a buy and you have a hold. So there you go. Authors are all over the place. Strong buy from February. Let's see. What did I want to show you? It was incepted in 2004. So that expense ratio is a little bit big, but it's all utilities, right? A little bit communication and real estate. Look at the top 10 holdings. BCE, which is a Canadian, right? Canadian telecom company. Yeah. I don't know Amarin. I should, but there's Duke, 4.48%. They have Entergy, PESG, Public Service Excel, Southern Company, Next Era, DTE, Alliant. Those are the top holdings. And that dividend yield is 8%. So I would need to do some calculating to figure out the expense ratio. I'm sure once that knocks it down, it's still going to be higher than Duke Energy, which is at, 5-year CAGR's 3.39%. But it is a monthly dividend, and Duke is currently at a dividend yield of 4.13%. So it's almost double, but then again, you do have that expense ratio. So I don't know. This could be an interesting way to get exposure to a lot of the utility companies that I, don't mind having. I really do just have Duke right now, which we could take a look at. Here's all ours. Bridge. Here's Duke. I don't really use this that much. My cost basis is 83.89. So I'm up a little bit on those shares of Duke. But I don't think I shared this. Ain't that awesome? I thought we got over this, everyone. Oh boy. That's great. Anyway, you got to hear me tell all about it. So let me know if you'd like me to go over all that again. I shared Seeking Alpha and that, but let's see. What is overvalued? 26. On what? Is that what we were just talking about? I don't know that. Hey, what's up? Dude from Naperville. Shout out to Naperville. That's nice. Hold it in front of your head, guy. That's where I'll be at tomorrow for my in-laws for Mother's Day. We won't be doing a live stream. I do appreciate that, Mike. Thank you. And I do remember you from way back, man. You've been with the channel a while. So as we continue to grow and get better at this YouTube thing, hey, I'm a construction guy. This has been an insane learning curve from the get-go for me. Completely out of my wheelhouse. There you go. There you go, dude. That's a great one for the zombie apocalypse ETF, Smith & Wesson. So that, that's a fun idea. I think I'll probably still do that. I'll do the dividend stocks that you should have for a zombie apocalypse with the realization that your stocks will be completely worthless. But if people are stockpiling just make sure, do this. All you would need to do is the day before the stock market goes away forever, I guess you would need to hurry up and sell and then convert all of that to guns and ammo and things like that. So run out and put it on the credit card, right? There you go. That's what you should do. We figured it out. On the eve of the zombie apocalypse, what you need to do is max out your credit card for everything. And you don't have to compete with the mobs and the hordes for stealing your supplies. NRG. I can look up NRG for you. Okay, sorry if that was loud. NRG, yes. I will actually share my screen this time, just for you, my friend, to share the entire screen. What I do is I didn't click the entire screen, and, one thing leads to another. How about NRG? So NRG gets a dividends. I've never really dug into them. 4.61% yield. So here you go. I'll just go through this a little bit. You can pause the video if you want to see any of this in more detail. There's some dividend growth. 18%, 64% 5-year CAGR, 7.9. So that's been some, after being flat, that's some really nice growth. Just went ex-dividend in April. Dividend yield is 40% above the 5-year average, but once again, tells us nothing about the future. Let's see. I know for utilities, we look at their earnings payout ratio because they're so capital intensive, and 40%, not bad. So that's not bad. I'll just buzz through these again. Pause the video if you want to look. Sales are way up. That's nice. Their shares outstanding are dropping. And negative return on equity. No, not bad. 10% free cash flow margin. 80% net debt. That is a bit high. That would be the one bugaboo, and they're not covering the interest on their debt. So there you go. That's a little bit. And then if I still have I'll do this intrinsic value for you for NRG because I like you and you are my friend. NRG. Here we go. You can do it. Come on, Alpha Spread. Any day now. Maybe I didn't click it. All right. Wow. Look at that. $32 share price. Intrinsic value of $80. Worst case, 56. So about 42%. And let's see if anybody's buying them. We do have a buy by the president and CEO. That's a good sign. Mauricio Gutierrez. He bought at $32.03. Looks like he bought, 15,000 shares at a cost of $480,000. So there you go, my friend. Very nice. NRG. I don't own them, but looks interesting. What's up, Benny? Hi. Thank you for swinging on by, Benny. Again, ask any questions. Fire away. What do you guys want to know? Talk about, hear, think, feel, do. Chair spins. I don't know. Whatever you want. Let's see. Oh, I get noisy. I thought Kevin, I thought he was saying that this thing's too noisy. Crossbow. Chinese takeover, but not zombies. It's fun to dream, right? Let's see. Oh, Benny, you don't have to. We talked about Tyson. I said to put Diamond Hill on your watch list because they pay a nice special dividend every year in the fourth quarter. Yes, have a nice weekend. And Ryocan, RIOCF, maybe, is what that was. Yeah, what do you guys think about something like a closed-end fund like UTG? I know that means no more money can come into the fund, so the fund managers just maintain it. It's not like when money comes into the SPY, they reinvest those dollars, right? Or they invest those dollars, and that's why stuff like Heather Brilliant from the Diamond Hill CEO talked about why some of these like Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, they get to such inflated levels is because of all the money coming in. And it just goes to those top holdings when they're market cap weighted. It's just like self-fulfilling prophecy. It just blows those up. But then when funds come out and they have to sell, same thing, the reverse happens. Those are some of the harder ones to fall. Is that Pinnacle, right? Pinnacle is your company? Maybe. I don't know. So I was looking at my hair. It's uneven here. Look at this. My wife's right. I take care of my own hair. I have for about 4 or 5 years now. And I cut the top. I cut the sides, everything, myself. That's why I specifically have this. This is my fire hairstyle because I haven't been to a barber. Probably shows in about, I don't know, 4 years maybe 5 years. I haven't paid for any hair care. So nice, Kevin. He owns PNW also. Shout out. What is one of your fire tips? We'd love to know. Pinnacle West. I thought there was some issues with Pinnacle West. No, I think Pinnacle West had a bit of a problem, or let me see. What's up with PNW? Does anyone know? 4.28% yield. Let me see what they are. Riveting. I know. Riveting. Let me see what their intrinsic value is. No, I won't bring you guys with PNW. What is one of your favorite things about a live stream? What do you not like that people don't, that creators do or don't do? I think I put this in. Oh, here we go. Pinnacle West. What would you like to see on live streams? What do you want to see more of, or what do you want to see less of? Don't be shy. Let us know. Okay, Pinnacle West has on. Oh, I'll show you guys this. Come on with me. Come on with everybody. Let me hide you. Oh, good question on buying more Boise Cascade. I actually sold Boise Cascade. Let me do this. Make sure I share the screen this time. Pinnacle West. I was showing you this. This is what I want to share you. $100 intrinsic value. They're currently at 80 and worst case 82. So they still think they're undervalued. And let's see if ownership has not been buying. It's interesting. I am down a bunch of, here we go. On the 3 portfolios, the consolidated view, yield on cost 4.77%. Look at that, down to 39 holdings. It's going to be a few less because ACI, when that happens, Albertson's right there. Let me see here. Yeah, I sold Boise Cascade, and here you go. I'll just slowly go through this. If at any point you want to, pause the video and look at what I got and see some of those safety scores. EPD, I got to 100. There's my 10 shares of Harrow Health, up 2.3%. Again, they don't pay a dividend. IIPR, I bought a few more of those. Yeah, down 32%. If you want to know why, I still think they're interesting. What was I going to, I don't remember what I was going to show you. Yeah, you can see all my positions here. Nexstar Media up to 48 shares. Still down 5%. I still love them. I love Perry Sook. I love the management. There's the big one, PepsiCo, currently getting $506 a year. And I think that's it. Got 125 shares of TD. There you go. There's a live look-in on the portfolio. All right. I don't know. Enough of that. Let me answer some of your questions. So I did sell Boise Cascade because I just wanted to put more into Nexstar Media, and I think they're a bit cyclical, being a commodity stock, and of course they went up. So no, I'm not. BST, I don't know BST. Because we're short on time, I'll just give you an intrinsic value real quick. I don't know BST though. I might need more if the ticker doesn't pop up for me here. Is that not seeing BST? What? Give me the company. Oh, Besser Minerals. I don't know if that's what. No, give me the name. Give me the name, because they're showing me like London Stock Exchange, and I don't know what BST is. All right. Ah, dude, yes, you are bald, man. Love it. Someday I may go that way. It would be really easy to take care of your hair. You wouldn't have bad hair days, sometimes but hey, my grandfather died at 92, I think, or 3. I think 93. And he has a lot of hair, so might be in my genes. All right, let me see what you guys. Oh, dude, that's undervalued. Daniel, what's up, man? Buying IP, International Paper. Yeah, they might be okay. I think they are they have a high return on invested capital. I was looking at them. I know that they fit into Joel Greenblatt's magic formula, so they might be good to look into. Hey, I try to be, Benny. I really do try to be, and there's always room for improvement, and I will Try to keep improving. Sometimes I think like, what could I do to make it more entertaining? But I think just hanging out with you guys is enough. And come on. Oh, Jim, dude. Thank you for stopping by, Jim. Myself. I did not see The Big Short. I know, sacrilege. I have it on the watch list. The wife and I just finished watching Ramit Sethi's, right? Rich, I think, or How He'll Teach You to Be Rich. If I could sum up Ramit Sethi, it's just knowing where your money's going, knowing the inflow, the outflow, and having a conscious spending plan on what you're going to spend it on, mercilessly cutting on all those things that don't bring you immense joy and things you love, and then spending lavishly on the things you do love, saving about 20% for your rich life, meaning that if you love going to concerts, then you buy front row $250 seats to the band you love seeing. You don't even bat an eye. You just do it because you skimped and you saved money by cutting your own hair and things like that. That's Ramit Sethi in a nutshell, and he's made a career off doing that stuff. Bad beard days, though. Nice. I can't grow I've never tried to grow a beard. Yeah. Jim. Somebody's got to get Jim a microphone and a stool. I love it. Let's see. Oh, Trevon. Dude, I don't. I actually never have. I'd love to know. Do you guys vote? That's a good one. I think I'll put a poll out tomorrow on YouTube for that to see. Funny you say that. One of my good friends, I remember in high school, started like balding. And I remember thinking like, dude, we're 17. Your hair's thinning and you got like super deep parking lots. But yeah, I remember a lot of people in his family had, it's a weird thing, genetics, isn't it? But man, I always say, if you can't control it, if you didn't choose it, like I tell my kids, don't ever be ashamed for the way something is that you look. Now, yeah, if you get a face tattoo, there's probably some reason you could be ashamed if you regret that. But man, if it's the way your voice sounds, I never liked the way my voice sounds, but so I got older, I was just like, you know what? I didn't choose the way for my voice to sound. So get over it. Next. What's something you do have control over? Right? Oh, yes. Right. I'm sorry, dude. I keep thinking that's F the world instead of for the win. So TSLY, I know Ryan did a video on TSLY. Oh, Cody, we talked about it, and I keep dropping the ball. I want to do something this summer. Just pick a place. Mike, you know what, man? You're in Naperville. Maybe we should do something in Naperville. Just a quick like Saturday afternoon meetup for a couple hours or something. Oh, Shamir does vote. Okay, nice. Sorry, I just saw that. That's the first and only time I think I've ever been told that. So whether you're joking or serious, I really do appreciate that. You know what's funny? I will say this right now. I need to learn how to talk because I'm feeling it. When I get excited, I start talking, if it makes sense, from up here instead of down low, right? Instead of talking down low, I just get excited and my voice gets high. So it's something I got to learn to control. Yeah, these young kids with their long hair. Oh, dude, that's cruel. Like, look at me. Enjoy your young hair because it's going away. All right. Yeah, that one looks risky. I don't know, dude. Good luck for them. It's synthetic covered calls on Tesla, you know. I'm also thinking about adding more J&J. I haven't added AbbVie. It's really hard for me to add AbbVie. I'm totally price anchored because I have such a low cost basis. What is BST? What's the name? What's the name of it? Because I looked and there was so many that came up. I've thought about selling this guy right here. I don't know. I thought about doing it on eBay, but it could be a problem shipping it. No, the 3M lawsuits are just starting. They're going to start. The ones we saw were the bellwethers. So I think that's why a lot of people are they're not giving guidance. They're not giving forward guidance, 3M. The dividend has been increasing at a penny a year. I think they're just trying to keep that. They know they're going to have a payout coming. They're going to have a big payout. So we don't know how much. And that the market hates uncertainty, right? The market always wants to invest through the windshield. So the market hates uncertainty. And that's why anytime you see any news come out, you'll see like that initial knee-jerk, like positive or negative reaction, because it gives a little bit of clarity and certainty. So, oh, Eli, really? You just bought some more Nexstar? Yeah, I've been enjoying them in the 150s. I think if you listen to management, they say that they're undervalued, that the market hasn't realized the value of this company, and it's probably not really going to start to show until 2024. Plus, we have a presidential election coming up, right? Let's see. Pfizer's at 52-week lows. Same with CFS. You're a brave one, Trevon, buying more Scott's Miracle Grow. And let's see. Oh, all right. We'll look this up for you. The BlackRock Science and Technology Trust. All right. I'm going to get you a. I don't know if they'll have an intrinsic. So if it's a trust, they're not going to have an intrinsic value on that. But let me see what Simply Safe says about that. BST. Is it a closed-end fund? It is a closed-end fund. Oh, wow. 9.62% yield. Here you go, John. We will look it up for you here. Let me pull it up, and then I'll bring you guys with me over to the land of. Let me hide your comment so it's not blocking anything. To the land of Seeking Alpha. I should have looked at my phone to make sure I'm live here. So here we go. BST. There we go. Okay, we're on for you guys. All right, 0.88% expense ratio, not bad. Monthly dividends, I like that. Got some buys and holds, couple sells. Ratings. There's the bulls, what they say. Let's see. Mostly tech, of course. Okay. So you got Microsoft, Apple, NVIDIA, ASML, MasterCard, Tesla, Cadence Design, Visa, Broadcom, and Mercado Libre. Interesting. That's an interesting. Wow, dude. I'm going to have to put this on the watch list. What a nice bookend to this episode. So 15% 5-year CAGR. And I do like that the expense ratio was only, what was it? It was less than 1%, right? 0.88%. Yeah, that might be an interesting way to get into. I'm going to follow this. There we go. Skip that. We do have them following now. So I will get notifications and I am going to look into that later on. Nice one, John. Thank you for sharing that, man. I do appreciate that. So, hey, it's Saturday night, man. What are you guys doing tonight? You going to have some. Oh, I saw this. Oh, the Stennis. Yeah. This guy, dude, I'm keeping the Stennis with me until I'm old and gray, I think, because that's a period in my life that was fun. The end of my teen years to my early 20s, I lived on board the USS John C. Stennis and sailed it around the world. So, all right, guys, I got shoe shopping to do. I got shoe shopping for Ireland to buy. We're going to, again, hey, impromptu, if you're around Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin in about an hour, say hello, high five you. The market falls so much on Friday. I think it was more, was it more banking stuff? Half the time, I don't even pay attention. I don't even care. I just know if the market's falling, it's a great buying opportunity. So I don't really question it too much because I know they might not last too long. And dude, he's still here. Look at this. By the way, I don't think I'll be able to catch it tonight, buddy. Check Ryan out with Kevin tonight. I'll try to pop in on my cell phone. I won't be able to do more than that, but I will. Shopping to do. Yeah, I do. We're going to Ireland. We will be in Ireland, in Dublin, 2 weeks from Monday. We're flying over there. We're going to be over there for 10 days and 9 nights. Going bopping around Southern Ireland. I'm actually have plans to say hello and meet Derek from the Dividend Talk podcast. He lives in Waterford, the south of Ireland. Yeah, Ryan, dude, it's been a while since we've chatted, man. Him and I, we text each other. We're on a group chat with either just the two of us, or with Darth, Dividend, and Ari Gutman, who is a busy, busy man over there in Israel. So the four of us. Yeah, same, man. That's fun. That's one of the fun things, is the community that we get to do here. So, all right, guys, I got the fam getting ready. The fam, I know I don't like to shop, but when I do shop, I like getting clearance deals. So if you haven't, look for outlet malls that have clearance stores. They have a clearance store for Puma, Nike, um, Converse, Pepperidge Farm too. Shout out to Schmuckers, JSM. They own Pepperidge Farm, so we get crazy deals on the goldfish, on bread, and all kinds of things like that. So there's your tip for the one. We're gonna go. I love all you guys, even though I don't know you and I've just met you, and this may be crazy. I don't think that's how T Swizz says it, but I know, right? Anyway, guys, I do love you. I do thank you for swinging on by the channel. And I love you.